June 26, 2019. It is 28 years, 11 months, and 27 days since I masturbated or had an affair. That's my sexual sobriety. Today I want to talk about this. Crazy, crazy, feeling so lonely. I want to talk about craziness, insanity. When we talk about insanity and recovery, we don't mean somebody who's got a syringe in their arm in a rubber room in a white jacket, drooling all themselves. They're psychotic or psychopathic. That's not what we mean by crazy. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is two very simple things. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. We consider that crazy. The other definition is a lack of perspective. But let's deal with the first things first. People who try to deal with streaks are practicing craziness. Because what a streak is, you say, well, I'm going to rewire my brain in 60 days, which is, by the way, baloney. You can't do that. Whoever's telling you that is lying to you and just trying to get money out of your pocket from some self-help program. That's not true. That is a lie. You can't rewire your brain in 60 days. Once an addict, always an addict. Or, I'm going to rewire my brain in 90 days. That's not true. And so what you do is you don't act out for 90 days. But what it does, it gives your brain the permission. When I'm done with 90 days, I'm going to go back. So that means you're going back to insanity. It's insanity because if your life is unmanageable, you know doing the same thing over and over makes you feel pitifully and incomprehensibly demoralized and depressed and self-pity and cowardly and self-loathing and self-hatred. And so why would you do a streak, which means it has a finite point on it, so that you could do the opposite of that, which is go back? That's being insane because you're doing the same thing over and expecting different results. So to approach recovery from PMO, masturbation or porn, or any other kind of sexual addiction, from a streak point of view is to engender craziness. So don't do streaks. That's madness. The thing we do is we do it one day at a time, not streaks. And the reason we do it one day at a time is because if you tell somebody who's addicted to PMO, like let's say you're 23 and you've been fapping since you were 11, you've been fapping for 12 years. You know, the neurochemistry is set up that way. If you tell that person that they can do that again, you're just letting them stay crazy. But if you tell them, and if you say you've got to stop forever, on the other hand, it makes them so overwhelmed and so anxious that, you know what they do? They go fap up that day. So what we do is we do it one day at a time, just 24 hours at a time. Actually, at Act with Courage, we do it only for 3 hours. We have meetings every 3 hours because we find that 24 hours a day is really too much. We do it 3 hours at a time, one day at a time, just for today. And that way you can stay calm. You can stay relaxed. You can enjoy your life. We say we absolutely insist upon life, enjoying life. And those who have been bad health and seldom play do not laugh much. We want, why shouldn't we laugh? We have recovered. And we're talking about recovery. It says that we can have permanent recovery. That's what it says in the doctor's opinion on the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. You can permanently recover. If I make it 3 more days, it's going to be 29 years. That's not permanent, but that's damn close, one day at a time. So my suggestion is give up that silliness you see on all those fapping sites on Reddit and on Facebook. Said, oh, we're going to rewire our brains in 90 days. That's not true. If you ask the people who believe that, how long has it been since you personally, the guy who advocates this, have masturbated or used porn? Test everything, keep that which is good. Don't buy insanity. Buy serenity. One day at a time, just for today. Don't get me started. If I feel so lonely, don't do that.